Hey everyone, welcome back. I have a very nice toy from a bygone era. Although they're all from a bygone era, this truly represents something that we've lost as a society. And before I get into that, as always, take a second to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I say bygone era because this is the mechanical Little Shoemaker by Alps Japan, approximately the 50s. And, I had a grandfather who was a POW in North Africa and then went on to, when he returned, was doing some shoe work for the soldiers at Fort Slocum in New York. So, also had an uncle that I call great uncle that did some shoe cobbling, and that's what they used to call them, shoe cobblers. So, why is it a bygone era? Because this was from an era where we just didn't throw a lot of stuff away. And you would take your shoes, they would resole them, resew them, sole, S-O-L-E, sew them, and just do general repairs, change heels. And really, I remember all the way through the 80s, especially women would always lose heels and get their heels repaired. But now we're in this disposable society where even your $1,000 phone 3 years from now will be traded in or discarded like these proverbial old shoes. And, it doesn't seem like anything has any staying power quality-wise, right? I remember we had an old refrigerator in the basement from the 1930s that was still humming through the mid-80s with minimal work. Good luck buying a refrigerator now that doesn't have, or anything with the electronic pads that doesn't have defects or break untimely. So anyway, it's a nice little small toy. It has a really, really cool graphics on the box. Nice, cartoony, looks like I could be watching Looney Tunes. Almost Elmer Fudd-ish. I wonder why I guess it's better for the picture. They had these red noses. Doesn't Bill Clinton have a red nose like that? Maybe this was his uncle or something. Anyway, it's very nice and colorful. And back here you got kind of this negative, black against white, showing a house in the background. But other than that, very colorful cobblestones there, or pavers, big brick background. You can see here. And because if you couldn't figure it out, he's hammering that shoe. And look at the repair there. And here's, of course, the end panel. So just a cool box. And in case you didn't see it clearer, that's your Alps logo. And this is one of the 4 toys repaired at the Robot Hut. So John did a wonderful job as always. And he didn't want to wind it a lot, so I'm not going to wind it a lot. And the thing is, at least I have it with the box and the hat, which he did not have. So as he pointed out, it's got great lithography. I mean, this is a really high detail toy. The face has a lot of detail. And the wooden nose is another thing. I guess it's good that they did an external nose as opposed to pressing it in the tin. Sometimes pressing in the tin is spotty results. So he's got his jeans on here. And look, his own shoes were repaired. I'm assuming that he repaired them. Look, they patched in the leather. And he's sitting on some kind of wood stump here. Of course, he's got a belt on, pockets. And the poor guy, even his pants are repaired. But look, his cool flannel shirt is in pristine condition. So he didn't have to sew that up. Anyway, there's a little scar again on the shoe. So that's the toy. And then as you see here, he has a nail in his hand. So really, he's kind of, I guess, nailing a heel back. So he's got the hammer, and thank God the hands aren't broken off. So that's really, and he's got a very cool t-shirt too. So I'm going to wind him up off camera so I can kind of hold it because there's no on-off switch. I have to figure out a different way to do this to get it back on screen. So let's just do it a little bit. As John said, I don't want to be the one to break it, so let's try this way. Unwind it a little bit. Give me a sec here. So what I noticed is it had a lot of tension. So John, I don't know how much you unwound this toy, but it was kind of stuck. So let's see. Yeah, see, now I can go easy. I'd rather do it this way. Let me back it up so you can kind of see the action a little better. So what he's doing is he's lifting the nail, like kind of his hand is probably like taking another nail out of his mouth and banging it on the shoe. So anyway, because it is working and it was repaired, and I do not want to have John even attempt to open it and go through that motor, I will leave well enough alone. But that is your mechanical Little Shoemaker by Alps, 1950s Japan. And if you like it, don't forget thumb up the video, leave a remark. And I'll respond. And as always, again, appreciate your time. And don't forget to subscribe. That's the most important thing. So thanks again. And with that, I'll talk to you later.